Andrews Airport Parking is Australia's largest off-airport parking network, and we've been in business some 23 years. During COVID-19, we had decided it was very important for us to maintain contact with our members. They weren't able to come and park with us, they're not flying, but we still wanted to be able to touch base. So we use social media, we use EDMs, we use MailChimp as a platform for EDMs, and we wanted to add to that with some gamification and came across Easypromos as an avenue to pursue that. So the key aim of the games was to remain in contact and give a positive inflection for our members with that contact. We launched the games because, as I just said, we wanted to give a positive inflection for our customers, or have Andrews reflected in a positive light with our customers. We're a pretty buoyant business on site, friendly staff, friendly bus drivers, making jokes, helping with luggage. Good personal customer service is a key aspect of our business. And when translating that to online communications, gamification seemed a pretty good fit. So we just went ahead with that. It's not the first time we've launched a game, but it is the first time we've used an external platform to run that game. Easypromos was the first time that we stood up a game inside a platform and promoted a fully comprehensive game package inside that platform. So the main way we promoted the game was through MailChimps to our member base. We did also promote through social media to our follower base. We have followers, about 20,000 followers across the 5 businesses. But I must admit, the more compelling or the higher click-through for the game was through the MailChimps. For the Andrews version, we had about 1,400 registered users and 10,000 games played. So there was a lot of branding in it, and that customers were able to meet some of our staff with the Match It game. So we consider that to be a great, and to be honest, a pretty cheap piece of branding. I must admit, it exceeded my expectations. I was quite happy to spend a couple of $100 to stand a couple of games up and see what happened. And I did hope that we'd get certainly hundreds of people playing, but to end up with a couple of thousand playing and to end up with somewhere in the vicinity of 20,000 plays, that's a great brand pop. You know, to have our members, when they can't come and see us, have a positive interaction with our brand, and for it to be across so many members and to have so many repeat plays, it's a really good brand stamp for us. So yes, it did exceed my expectations, and we'll be building the Easypromos gamification into our ongoing marketing and branding strategy. But I did find some interesting information about which members chose to share the Match It game either on Facebook or via email. I incentivized that as one of the prizes that was available. So to see, it was interesting analytics to see who shared it, how many people shared it, and how many referrals or how many games played we got from those shares through which referral mechanisms. So either people shared it on an email or people shared it through their Facebook. So that was quite interesting. But yeah, to be honest, we played the game for the positive interaction's sake, and the data that we got through it, I can see there's some great analytics there, and I would like to use it. Exactly how we're going to use it, I'm not too sure yet. We didn't set it up to receive feedback, but we did receive some anecdotal feedback through those customers that could come on site. So there is still a small amount of Australians in various capital cities currently flying, and we did have some customers come in and comment positively on the game. You know, I played your Match It game, I got to meet Nikki, or I got to meet Drew, or whoever it might have been they saw. Or I got to see Nikki or Drew, or maybe they saw them over the counter and said, "Oh, I saw you in the game." You know, that sort of stuff is all good. I mean, it was only a handful of people that could give us that feedback, but we know for every handful that give it, 10 times that amount didn't. So there was only positive energy behind the game, be it through the number of plays or people coming into the branch and commenting on the game. Yes, we will. We've already stood up a puzzle game, which went reasonably well, although it was very short and sharp. We promoted it to the member base in a very short and sharp way, so it didn't get nearly as many plays. But we will be using gamification ongoing in our marketing mix, courtesy of the results we saw here. And probably on a quarterly basis, we'll throw a game out to our members, again, just to remain in contact when they can't park with us, and a positive experience and a good brand connection for us. Google search, probably like everybody else. I was looking for a platform that could allow us to play a couple of games, and I found some more expensive options, but for the range of relatively simple games that Easypromos provides, and that I'm not a developer, I'm not a programmer, to be able to set those games up reasonably easily is definitely a bonus. So I found Easypromos online, and the relatively cheap buy-in meant I could try it with no major loss if it didn't work. Turns out it does work, and we're going to use it going forward. Yes, it was. I must admit, I had to sit down and go through it step by step, which was fine. It was my shortcoming that I thought I could just move into the game and use it, move into the setup and use it quite instinctively, like a MailChimp or a Typeform or other things I use. It sets up a little bit differently to that. But as soon as I did take the time to read the instructions, which were comprehensive, and understand how to set each area of the game up, from the styling to the gameplay itself to the follow-up emails, and it was user friendly. There was no problem with that. So now that I have taken the time to learn it, it's quite easy to replicate games going forward. Easypromos provided a simple and straightforward way for us to provide an enjoyable gameplay experience for our members. It's a way for us to have a brand touch with those members that's positive during the times that they can't be with us. And for a business in airport parking, where customers are only on site maybe once or twice a year, having that off-site brand touch and making it positive is a critical part of our customer retention strategy. So thank you to Easypromos for making that pretty easy. We'll definitely be using the platform going forward.